Listen, Congressman, you had mentioned border security. Have to touch on it. You sit on Homeland GOP, one of the biggest and most important committees up on Capitol Hill. We saw Tom Homan during the White House press conference yesterday lay out kind of the accomplishments of the first 100 days. Listen, no one's satisfied with having the border 100% safe and secure, people being deported, ICE raids going on around the country, because they obviously want to hit numbers that are a lot higher than we've been able to do so far. But when you talk about the night and day, especially when it comes down to what's going on the U.S. southern and northern borders right now in regards to the apprehensions, the amount of drugs, including fentanyl, coming into the country. All it did really was take a different president, and with the backing of a strong Congress who's willing to, back him up and fund the people who are running these operations and making our border safe and secure again. What do you think about the first 100 days when it comes to border security, and how do you see it advancing moving forward with things like the reconciliation package ready to fund it?
The comment that he made in his State of the Union address rings true. When you look at the stats that show that almost every category, whether it's people coming across the border illegally or the gotaways, people that all you find is footprints and you never saw them cross, all of those, they've got 95% seal on the border, 95% less gotaways. What they're doing to send the signal of what just happened in Colorado Springs, where they raided this underground nightclub and 100 people, in the last week have been discovered, prostitution, human trafficking, pink cocaine, things that I didn't know about until I read it,
right.
Thanks to a good staff briefing. But these are things that you didn't hear about under the Biden administration. What we did hear about under the Biden administration was rapes of 13 and 14-year-old girls and murders of 19-year-old college students by illegal immigrants, and MS-13 gang and Trinde Awadra gang members taking over housing apartment complexes. Remember, to the listener, remember that months ago? And yet President Trump, he rightfully says in the State of the Union address a few weeks ago, everyone, when all these things were happening in the Biden administration, said, we got to have more laws. And he said, all you needed was a new president. And it's so true. The laws we had on the books, they were sufficient. What we need to do is not allow a future Democrat president to do what Biden did. And that's where a changing of laws needs to take place, is where we tighten things down where they can't do what they did before.
Right.